Welcome to Urban Knife Guy, where we explore the urban lifestyle and jungle survival. Today we're going to have a look at the Boker Plus Subcom 2.0 and see if it makes for a good EDC knife. First, if you watch this channel regularly but have not subscribed, please do so by hitting the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. It will really help out the channel. Thanks. I've always been interested in credit card knives due to the small size and thin profile. I'm particularly interested in credit card knives for survival tins and kits. In fact, I use this particular knife in my survival wallet, and you can check out the video for this wallet in the link in the card above or the description below. Boker Plus has put out another credit card knife previously designed by John Kubasik. While thin and small, the ergos and usability of the knife are not that great. This Subcom 2.0 is thicker and heavier and much more substantial. The original Subcom used Os 8 steel, while this 2.0 uses D2, so it is an upgrade of the steel. Both knives are designed by Chad Los Banos and made in Taiwan. Let's have a look at the knife in the box. So this is the standard black Boker Plus box. So Boker, generally their knives are made in Germany. Boker Plus is kind of their budget line, and that's made overseas, in this case in Taiwan. But this is the standard Boker Plus box. It's got a pull-off lid. Let's try to get that off. And over here, we don't have any pouch, but we do have the knife wrapped up in some paper. We've got some product info on a variety of the knives. So, okay, this is a specific knife. So some promo material for this particular knife. And over here, let's see, is this the same knife? Yeah, it looks, well, I think, yeah, it's the same knife. I'm not sure why they gave two brochures in the same pack. In any case, let's put this aside and unwrap our gift. So here we have some branded, almost like tracing or wax paper. And inside we have the Subcom 2.0. So as you can see, it is a very small knife, and I'll just put it on my palm so that you can see I've got small to medium-sized hands, but this I would say qualifies as a credit card knife. Very thin profile, except for the clip, which you can of course remove. And that's a look, and it's a frame lock. This is bead blasted all the way, stainless steel. We know that the blade is D2. I'm not sure about the frame itself. And there's a thumb stud on both sides where you can actually open up the blade. And you can see that's a really small but beefy blade. And we've got jimping over here and a finger choy that allows you to really, choke up on the knife, and that's how you use it. But before we get to the specs of the knives, let's do some size comparisons. Let's start off with a credit card, since I do consider this a credit card knife. You can see when closed up, obviously smaller in size than a credit card. I've also got a knife over here. This is the Cold Steel Mini Recon 1. So this is the mini or small version of the larger knife, and that's actually smaller than this knife, but the thickness is actually, it's a bit thicker. If you can see right there, it is, excluding of course the handle, I think it's a good 3 to 4 mm thicker. But it is smaller in size. The blade obviously smaller as well, and this is a Tanto style blade. I've got a Swiss Army Elox Cadet. That's just to give you another size comparison. And finally, as always, an Altoids tin. Let's have a quick look at the specs of the Boker Plus Subcom 2.0. The blade length is 2.28 inches, the handle length is 2.72 inches, and the overall length is 4.65 inches. The weight is 2.3 ounces or 69 grams. The blade style is a clip point, although it's really not much of a clip, it almost drops down, but officially it is considered a clip point by the product information. This is a full flat grind, and this is a bead blast finish. You can see there are thumb studs on each side, and there's jimping on the blade itself as well as on the handle itself as well. The blade thickness is 0.08 inches or 2 mm, so definitely a slicer. The blade steel is D2 for this 2.0 model, and D2 is a 2 steel. It has chromium content, but it's classified as a semi-stainless steel as the chromium content does not meet the 13% requirements to be a stainless steel. So D2 is considered a good steel for a budget knife. It offers great edge retention and stability. However, it is not that easy to sharpen. Now the handle material is Zytel. Zytel is a modern composite material made from thermoplastic polyamides that are combined with a certain amount of glass fibers. My guess is that it's similar to FRN or fiber reinforced nylon. It is strong and lightweight. Now, I like what they've done in terms of the design. If we're to close this up, you can see nice texturing all around, so it looks quite interesting. And there's various kind of grooves with different textures throughout. So that is actually very nice. And with this kind of a thumb stud, also made from the same material, and with the hardware and that lanyard hole, I think everything looks, really nice, at least from this side. The opening is a thumb stud opening, and it's a frame lock. So that means the lock actually springs in, or the frame springs in to form the lock, and you have to push it aside for it to close, just like that. So there is a deep style carry pocket clip, and it's got actually 3 Torx T screws, and these are T6 screws. Quite a few screws for just such a small knife. So you could put this in your pocket, definitely in that 5th pocket of your jeans, for example. And I think you could also wear it almost like a dog tag knife, with you could put a loop here and wear this around your neck, and that could function as some kind of a folding neck knife as well. So does this Boker Plus Subcom 2.0 make for good urban EDC, or even in my case, I use it as a jungle EDC as part of my survival wallet? Well, definitely I think we all can agree that in terms of size and the thin profile, it really makes it easy to carry, whether you carry it in a pocket, whether you carry it into a pouch, or as I mentioned, around your neck. And I personally, because I consider this a credit card wallet, I would remove those 3 screws. So let's go ahead and do that, and I'll show you how it slips into a name card holder or a wallet. So that pops off just like that, and you can see it's a really thin profile. In fact, let's see how thin this is. So if I were to just get clips, it's 0.27 inches, so in mm, that's 6.9, about 7 mm. So really thin, and that means you can slot it in. So I've got kind of like a name card or card holder. You could put it in just like that, and that's pretty flat. I think that's pretty good. And in my case, when I use it in my wallet, it goes into one of the slots as well, and it really takes up very little space. So I think this is where the value is. Personally, I will take out that clip, and I would just use it in various cases. And likewise, if I wear it around my neck, I would take out the clip as well. Now the price for this, the posted price is about $50.95 US. You can get it from some dealers for maybe about $49, so about the same price. So it is quite expensive for the size, for the material. What you're really paying for is the design. And if you're looking for a small knife that is compact but very robust, because this particular knife, you grab it like that, you get a 3-finger grip, but because it's so wide, it does feel quite strong. A lot of these small knives, which are very thin, you don't feel you get a good purchase. Here, even with a 3-finger grip, you get a good purchase, plus the jimping over here, and this really aggressive as well. You can put this over like that, and you really feel that you can do quite good fine work. Of course, you aren't going to chop down a tree or cut a branch. That's not what it's for. But to cut, generally, most things for your urban EDC tasks, such as cutting packages, cutting paper, rope, and even if you're outdoors cutting paracord, doing some fine feather stick work, this would work well because it's very slicey but very beefy as well. So there is some strength over there. You could modify the grip by doing this, putting your finger on top, again because of this jimping, and you can do draw cuts very effectively as well by putting the pressure down. So overall, in terms of the ergos and how it's designed, even though it's that small, I think it's very functional as this small tiny knife, although the price is a bit on the steep side for this size knife. But once again, you are paying for the design to get this functionality, to get that credit card size knife in a very robust build. But let me know what you think. Do you think this makes for a good credit card knife or an EDC? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Now, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content in general, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. As always, thanks for watching. Keep it folded, keep it safe.